What does sin actually mean? When you hear the word sin, what comes to mind? Murder, stealing, betrayal? That's what we've all been taught. That sin is about breaking the rules, doing something bad, or going against God. But what if I told you that's only one part of the story? What if I told you sin had a hidden meaning long before they told you it meant your wrongdoings? Because here's the truth. There's a secret inside the word itself. A code that's been hiding in plain sight. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. When did sin actually start? Did sin begin when Cain deleted his brother in the Bible? Most people would say yes. And I'm sure some of you watching believe that too. But what if I told you sin actually started way before that? Sin started when Eve ate the fruit. That was the moment everything changed. The moment they gained knowledge. The moment they saw the world as it truly was. Yes, Eve disobeyed God, and that's why. In Christianity, her action is considered a sin. Because to Christians, sin is simply going against God's word. But what if you're not Christian? If someone deletes another person, most people don't call it sin. They call it a crime. If someone steals, it's wrong. But not everyone calls it sin. So what is sin, really? It can't just be about killing and stealing, because those things are only labeled sin in certain beliefs. But the word sin itself has a deeper meaning. And if you follow along, I'm going to teach you what it really means. The first sin, a story you thought you knew. So Eve eats the fruit. But let's stop and really think about this moment. What actually happened when she took that bite? Did she suddenly become evil? Did she turn into a criminal? No. She became aware. For the first time, she saw things differently. For the first time, she understood the difference between good and evil. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because if sin was just about doing something bad, then why did eating the fruit give her knowledge? She didn't become a villain, she became aware. She saw the truth. And because of that, everything changed. From that moment forward, Eve and Adam were no longer the same. They couldn't go back to how they were before. And that's why they were cast out of paradise. Not because they were bad, but because they had changed. This wasn't a punishment. This was a transformation. Sin wasn't just about breaking a rule, it was about waking up. And here's where things get even crazier. The snake didn't force Eve to do anything. It didn't grab the fruit and shove it in her mouth. It inspired her. It made her question. It made her think. And just like that, inspire contains the word sin inside it. What if sin isn't about doing wrong, but about gaining knowledge? Now let me show you how to read this code. To really understand what I'm saying, we need to use something called numerology, the study of numbers, and their hidden meanings. Every letter in the alphabet is connected to a number, and when you break down words using numerology, patterns start to appear, patterns that aren't random. Now we're going to focus on the word sin and see what it really means. Beneath the surface. In numerology, sin translates to 195. Here's what that means. 1S, the beginning. The start of something new, man, intuitive, leader, and I, the completion. The full cycle, manipulation, adaptability, I need the change. The shift, traveler, transformation, attraction. Put them together. And sin isn't just about breaking rules. It's about stepping into knowledge, reaching awareness, and going through transformation. So let's bring it back to Eve. She started, 1, by taking the fruit. She gained knowledge, 9, from the bite. She changed forever, 5, because of what she now knew. Now, here's where it gets even deeper. In numerology, certain letters carry the same numbers. 1 is also A, J, and S. 9 is also I and R. 5 is also E, N, and W. I'm telling you this because what I'm about to teach you is going to build on this idea. You're going to need to understand how these letters connect to numbers. Because once you do, you'll start seeing patterns hidden in plain sight. How the people who control the world use this code. I showed you that sin wasn't just about doing bad, it was about Eve gaining knowledge. So what if I told you that the people who control the world took that same idea and embedded it into the English language? Think about this. The first sin was when Eve gained knowledge. So why do so many words related to learning, wisdom, and education contain the same code? Let's start with the word knowledge itself. Words that carry the code of sin. Knowledge, the pursuit of learning, awareness, and understanding. Wise, a person with deep knowledge. Education, the system built around gaining knowledge. University, a place dedicated to higher learning. Inspire, to awaken someone's mind with new knowledge. You see what's happening? The same one. 9. 5 code is hidden inside. The very words that represent knowledge and awareness. Now, not every word that contains 195 means sin or knowledge. You have to know what you're looking for. And that's the job of a numerologist to figure out. Let me give you an example. A hidden code they won't tell you about. Take the word swine. It also contains the 195 pattern. And what's interesting, many religious groups, including Christians and Jews, don't eat pork. Coincidence? Maybe? But now you know how the code works. And you can start to see the patterns for yourself. What happens when someone wanders? Let me ask you this. When Jesus, Moses, and the Israelites, or any other spiritual figure went into the wilderness, what were they doing? They were wandering. And guess what? Wandering also contains the 195 pattern. They weren't lost. They weren't just walking in circles. They were gaining knowledge. Now, this doesn't mean they were committing sin, but it does show you how the people who shaped our language placed it there. They knew the connection. They encoded it into the very words we use every day, but they're not going to tell you that. I just did. Now that I've shown you the true meaning of sin, I want to know your thoughts. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. If any good questions come up, I'll make another video to answer them. If you want to learn more hidden codes, follow me to find out. Like and share so other people can see this.